Ever wonder why your mom made you drink milk as a kid?
Pure, wholesome milk.
I like milk for all the good, healthy things that are in it.
Mankind's most nearly perfect food.
Good, fresh, healthy milk.
Back in 1981, pop culture was booming and Ronald Reagan was the president. At the time, he had a lot of issues he needed to take care of, but one of them primarily was the excess amount of milk and cheese that was sitting around in the caves of America.
We've got 60 million of these. We can't find a market for it.
Reagan decided it was best to give it all away, and that is when cheese was known as government cheese to most, primarily the poor. Government cheese was flowing into pop culture and will be heard in many movies and TV shows and hip-hop lyrics from rappers that grew up on it, like these.
After that government cheese, we eating steak.
What else is a thug to do when you eat cheese from the government?
Eating a steady diet of government cheese and living in a van down by the river.
Now you may be wondering, why did we drink so much milk as kids? Or why was it filled? Why was a milk filled to the brim in all of our schools across America? And why was it always pushed to strengthen our bones and to be great for us and healthy for us? The reason is because we were lied to. This is how we got brainwashed into drinking milk.
It's the only milk I drink.
An important food for the health of the nation.
I'll take a milk.
A very major reason why we were brainwashed into drinking milk is because of a very big campaign that started in the 1990s, and you guys might have heard of it too, called the Got Milk campaign.
Who shot Alexander Hamilton?
Got milk.
Basically, the people that created it made it in a way where celebrities would desire to join and be a part of the campaign for drinking milk. These cool celebrities that we see all the time were the ones that told us milk is good and is healthy and build our bones. The truth is, people didn't really like drinking milk. Most people actually, if you ask your neighbor, they probably don't like drinking milk. But the government really wanted people to drink this milk because they had so much of it and they didn't know what to do with it. The USDA did this to quote unquote help rural America thrive and promote agricultural production, as you can see on their website. And yet they also work with the top dairy companies in America that want to push this message, like Dannon and Nestle. If we know much about Nestle and all these other dairy companies, all they really care for is money. And that's really it. All these promoting blah, 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 that's not really what they're in it for. They're in it for the money at the end of the day. The dairy industry in America is very much embedded in our federal government. And it's very hard to reverse this tight-knit relationship they have. And at the end of the day, this is powered by making money and earning profit. Now, you may think that, well, how is milk still bad for us? I don't get it. It still provides us calcium. It's not like cigarettes. Well, yes, milk still does provide calcium, but it's not like you can't get it from other places. You can get a same amount, even more calcium from just 1 cup of nuts, tofu, or kale. And to note, a large amount of the world don't even drink milk. So you would be like, how are they getting their calcium? How are they staying healthy? Well, they're not drinking milk. They're probably getting it from other places like kale and stuff like that. But of course, America wants to be different, and they always have some different agenda to them. The dairy is great, but the current dairy industry doesn't really care about the well-being. It does not really care about our well-being. All they focus on is the profit they are blinded by. I hope you guys enjoyed this milk video essay. It had to do with the economic concept from Freakonomics. The conventional wisdom is often wrong. The fact that people always believed when they were young that milk promotes growth, your height growth, and promotes strengthening your bones and all of that. But in reality, that was just all a facade that dairy companies and the government has placed into our minds for decades on end to force us to buy their dairy products and to just keep giving them more and more money. And that's the case. That's what I found, and that's what I wanted to share to you guys. So I appreciate you guys watching this video, and peace in the Middle East, homies.